Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Huzaifah Ahmed and today I am gonna record myself talking to ChatGPT and having a discussion with it. So let's start. Hey ChatGPT, today I am going to talk to you and discuss with you about how to build a personal strong brand online.
Oh, that sounds like a great topic. There's so much to unpack there. Are you thinking more about personal branding for like your career, a business, or just a personal creative project? And do you have any platforms in mind?
Actually, for now, just tell me what exactly is a personal brand and why does it even matter online today?
Yeah, absolutely. So, a personal brand is basically how you present yourself to the world. It's the combination of your skills, your values, your personality, and how you communicate all of that consistently. And it matters online today because, with so much competition, whether you're job hunting, freelancing, or just trying to build
Hmm.
a network, people want to connect with someone they trust and recognize. So, a strong brand really helps you stand out and open those doors.
Okay. Then what's the difference between a personal brand and just having a social media presence? Aren't they both the same thing?
That's a really good question. So, a social media presence is more like just showing up on platforms, sharing posts, or engaging with others. A personal brand, though, is more deliberate. It's about crafting a specific image and reputation across all those platforms, staying consistent with your messaging and aligning it with your goals. So, a personal brand is a kind of strategy behind your presence.
Okay, enough about the introduction. Now tell me, how do I figure out about what my personal brand should be?
Yeah, that's a super important step. I'd say start by reflecting on what you're passionate about and what you're naturally good at. Think about the kind of impact you want to have. Like, what do you want people to associate with you? Then look at your audience. Who do you want to connect with? And what kind of value do they seek? Once you've got that clarity, you can shape your content, your visuals, and even tone to reflect that brand.
Okay, now use an example for everything, for every step that you just mentioned.
Absolutely. Let's say you're a graphic designer who loves helping small businesses. So, first, for your passion and skills, you realize you love minimalistic design and brand identity. Then, for impact, you decide you want to help micro entrepreneurs stand out in a crowded market. For audience, you pinpoint small business owners, particularly in e commerce or local services. Then, you shape your content by sharing before and after design stories, tips on branding, and showcasing your personal style. And finally, you keep your tone professional but friendly and your visuals super clean. So everything ties together.
All right, which tools you'd recommend to use for the example that you just mentioned?
Yeah, great question. For a graphic designer, I'd say tools like Adobe Creative Cloud are pretty essential. Things like Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign. For web presence, Canva is great if you want to quickly make social media graphics. For your website, something like Squarespace or WordPress is perfect for showcasing your portfolio. And of course, social scheduling tools like Buffer or Later will help you stay consistent across platforms.
All right. Now, which platform should someone focus on first when building their brand and why? Be detailed when answering this question for me.
Yeah, definitely. So the platform you focus on first really depends on your goals and audience. If you're trying to establish thought leadership or connect with other professionals, LinkedIn is often a top choice. It's great for sharing long form content, insights, and connecting with business audiences. If your focus is on visuals, since you're a designer, Instagram is fantastic. It's a visual first platform, so you can really showcase your work. And if you want a more personal connection, you could start with TikTok or YouTube. Great for tutorials, behind the scenes, or storytelling. Basically, pick the platform where your audience already hangs out and where you feel confident showcasing your brand consistently.
Okay. Since you mentioned consistency, how important is consistency in content and what happens if you're inconsistent? Like, how, and also mention how much consistent should you be when posting? So, once a week, every day, just mention everything.
Yeah, consistency is really key because it builds trust and keeps you top of mind. If you're consistent, your audience knows what to expect, so they'll keep returning. If you're inconsistent, though, people might forget you or it can feel disjointed, so you lose momentum. As for frequency, it really depends on your capacity and the platform. For something like Instagram, aiming for 3 to 5 times a week is a sweet spot. On LinkedIn, once or twice a week is often enough. Keep it meaningful. And on something like TikTok or YouTube, daily or a few times a week works best. But the key is picking a schedule you can stick to so you don't burn out.
Can someone build a strong personal brand without showing their face?
Oh, definitely. You don't have to show your face at all. You can focus on things like your design work, your voice, or even your storytelling. So your brand could revolve around your expertise, your aesthetics, or maybe even your unique perspective. Think podcasts, blogs, or just really strong visual content. If your value shines through, your brand will too.
All right. Now, what are the biggest mistakes people make when trying to build their brand online?
Yeah, great point. So some of the biggest mistakes are things like inconsistency, like suddenly disappearing for weeks or changing your tone too much, being too vague about who you are so your audience never really understands your focus, and also not engaging with your audience, just posting and never replying to comments. And another big one is trying to be everything to everyone. If you spread yourself too thin, you lose that clarity. So staying focused, consistent, and really engaging with your audience makes all the difference.
Okay. Now, give me an estimate for how long does it realistically take to build a recognizable brand online?
Yeah, so realistically, it's a bit of a marathon, not a sprint. I'd say you're looking at anywhere from 6 months to maybe a couple of years of consistent effort before you really start being recognized. Of course, it depends on your niche, your audience, and how much time you put in. But the more consistently you deliver value, the faster that recognition builds.
Well, I have heard that nowadays people usually just scroll too much, and I don't think it should take a couple of years. So, what niche is the best for best results in least amount of time?
Yeah, that's a great point. Attention spans are short. If you want faster results, niches that are trending right now tend to do well. Things like quick tips on personal finance, productivity hacks, or even niche lifestyle topics like minimalism or sustainable living. They tap into what people are actively searching for. Just remember, even in a fast moving niche, you still need consistency and value so you stay top of mind.
All right. You mentioned before about being authentic while still being professional. How does one do that? Explain, please.
Yeah, that's such a balancing act, right? So being authentic means you let your true values, personality, and passions come through. You share stories, you're transparent about your journey, and you talk like a real person. But to keep it professional, you stay focused on your niche, keep your visuals polished, and maintain a respectful, value driven tone. Basically, you let people see the real you, but you anchor it in professionalism so you build trust.
All right. So, how do you balance being both of them at the single time?
Yeah, it's all about intentionality and how you show up. So you can start by defining your core values and your key message. Like, what's the purpose behind your brand? Then think about your boundaries. What personal aspects you're comfortable sharing? From there, you craft your content in a way that's true to you, like sharing a personal insight or a lesson learned, but always loop it back to how it's relevant to your audience or your expertise.
Okay, now the last question is, what's one actionable step someone can take today to start building their own online personal brand?
Oh, that's a great final step. I'd say pick one platform you want to focus on, for example, Instagram or LinkedIn, and create a single piece of content today that really reflects your values or expertise. Maybe a short video, a post, or a graphic. Then set a realistic schedule, just once a week at first, and commit to showing up.
All right, now everyone, this was my discussion with ChatGPT of today. Let's Allah Hafiz until next time. Bye bye.